everyone. My name is Sonakshi Gandhi. I'm a clinical psychologist at the Mind Garden. The difficult and uncertain times that we are witnessing today significantly affect individuals, communities, and societies in a variety of ways. Of these, one of the most underrated forms of impact is the effect on one's mental health. It is important to understand the effect that this challenging time is having on people, as well as identify some of the ways in which people, especially the young generation, can work towards a stable future. To shed some light on this, I have here with me a very special guest, Mr. Abhishek Gupta. Abhishek is the Chief Operating Officer at Yuva, an initiative supported by UNICEF that prepares young people for the transition between education and work. Abhishek also has vast experience with working in the leadership roles with the government as well as in the non-profit sector and is an alumnus of the Indian School of Business. Welcome, Abhishek, and thank you for agreeing to be a part of this.
Sure.
For the benefit of those watching us, could you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. Thank you so much, Sonakshi, for having me here. I've been, into corporate finance early part of my life, and almost a decade back, decided that I wanted to work in the social sector. So I spent my time on the vocational training and skill development side, but have also delved in the education sector. So that's brief about me.
All right. Abhishek, in the uncertain and turbulent times that we are seeing today, what, according to you, could be the impact on mental health of people?
Say that again, sorry.
In the uncertain and turbulent times that we are seeing today, what, according to you, could be the impact that the mental health is going through?
So I would want to speak about only one side of it, which is what's the mental impact that we are seeing on the youth from marginalized communities. The initial indications are that the anxiety levels are increasing, either around the jobs or around the education opportunities. Many of the youth and adolescents are already reporting to us that they are anxious about when the lockdowns are going to be over. Um, the lockdown has impacted the marginalized communities very, very differently. For example, many of them live in very small houses. It's a very claustrophobic environment to be there all the time and not be able to get out, which is very different from anyone living in a condominium kind of a place. And therefore, people aren't getting their privacy. The kids are finding that their social connects is completely gone. Internet is patchy. Even if they have an internet, it's available probably with the head of the family. So are not getting as much access to it. And therefore, the challenges are galore there. And we got to do something to find them some meaningful activity to engage in.
Abhishek, there is also immense fear among people, especially the youth, about the lack of employment during and after this pandemic. Can you describe for us some of the ways in which people can reassure themselves, as well as some strategies that you can think of through which they can be a little more prepared?
Okay, so I hope I had a magic bullet, but I don't. See, primarily the jobs are a lagging indicator of the business environment. If business is booming, there are jobs. If business is not, then there are no jobs. And there is only so much that you could do. You can't create jobs from the supply side. Demand side, which business side will have to create jobs, and they will do it when they have growth. In this era of COVID, where there is a degrowth, I unfortunately believe that the jobs are going to decline. The number of jobs is going to decline massively. Now, while that happens, there are two or three primary opportunities that I see for the youth. One is, if they've got time and if they don't have jobs, they got to upskill themselves, find some skills that they can learn. So whether it's online training, whether it's one-on-one trainings, learnings, and multiple organizations are trying to put all of these resources together. That's one. The second is that you do not think of jobs as the only way of unemployment. You start looking at small businesses, your own startups, as a source of employment, right? Now, self-employment is not that easy, but it does offer an opportunity to do things when things aren't going good. So whether it starts from a small sales role where you take on, say, an agency of something, etc., there are multiple ways from there to really having innovative answers, and therefore starting up. In my personal capacity and official capacity, we are looking at some of those avenues for the youth and will be coming out with something.
Abhishek, also from a perspective of a person who's transitioning from education to employment, how do you suggest one can bridge the gap between the skills that one learns during college and the ones that are required on the job?
You're asking me fundamental questions which one hopes to get an answers for in the usual times. These are COVID times, so I do not have again an answer to what can they do. But as I said earlier, online trainings are increasing, and the adoption is increasing very, very fast. And COVID has given us to change the behavioral aspects of this forever. I think as people start adopting to online training more, they will have an opportunity here to then use their college training with some online training to be ready for the workplace from day one. And such opportunities do exist, whether it's through Coursera or Udemy or otherwise. I think one thing that I would like to say is that from a in-person training in a physical space to a completely online one-way training is a big leap of faith. But there is oasis in between, some sweet spot in between, which is a online one-on-one training. Many of the organizations are trying that. And that piece to me looks like the first thing that would find more success compared to online trainings, which have a very, very high rate of incompletion.
All right. Abhishek, also what do you think are some of the things that the government, public health sector units, or NGOs can do in order to work towards bettering the mental health of individuals?
Sorry, I lost you in between. Can you repeat that question, please?
What do you think are some of the things that the government, the public health sector units, as well as the NGOs can do in order to work towards bettering the mental health of individuals?
Yeah, so I think there are two sides to it, three sides to it for the mental health. Again, I'm going to restrict myself to adolescents and youth. You've got education, which is make sure that if the overarching aspect of mental health is meaningful engagement, if the main aspect of resolving for the mental issues on this psychological aspects of it, then meaningful engagement could be done either through engaging in online education. That's number one. Number two, it could be some kind of a volunteering activities through NGOs, helping others. We all have this innate need in us to help others. We are social animals, and this is a good opportunity for youth to support each other, to support elderly, to run some media campaigns on, etc. And there are a bunch of things that they can do. And third is to run some kind of online businesses, which is a difficult one, but they could potentially do. And I think in terms of immediate answers, then there are these online psychological counseling and online career counseling websites and initiatives, that can come really handy. So I would encourage everyone to look at organizations like I Dream Careers or organizations like Your Dost, who are available for support. Delhi government has just started a helpline uh, to help any kid who has any kind of a question to just call up and talk to someone who cares.
I hope this video has been helpful in highlighting the impact that these challenging times have had on one's mental health and some of the strategies that one can use in order to feel more ready and stable individually and as a community.
Sure. Thank you very much for this opportunity. Take care. Bye.